we're gonna make the poor man's sausage dinner. We're gonna start with 1.5 pounds of baby potatoes. And then we have chopped up yellow onion. Get that mixed in. Once you have that mixed in there, we're gonna add 1/2 head of cabbage to it. Save some of this other cabbage for later. And we're gonna take some steak seasoning, put it over the top of our cabbage. Kind of get that gently mixed with the rest of the ingredients in there. Finally, we got our sausage. You can do regular smoked sausage. My wife and I have been doing more chicken sausage, so that's what I'm using today, because we want to eat this whole thing. So that's about 12 to 14 ounces of sausage there. And then we're going to take 2 cups of chicken broth and just pour that over it. And it's okay if it's not like fully submerged in the chicken broth. That is totally good. Once we have it cooked and everything in there, everything will be looking just right. Give that just one more gentle stir. Get things mixed just gently. Okay, once you have that gently mixed together, we're going to put the lid on. We're going to put it on high for 4 hours. And we'll come back and this baby should be ready. All right, let's check out this poor man's sausage dinner. Ooh, it's looking good. I mean, when it comes to cabbage, I'm pretty easy to please because I just love like a cabbage dinner. But look at that. I mean, that just looks like old English right there. A bit more. Did you give him a good look at that? All right, let's give this thing a try. Try to get some sausage on there, some cabbage, a little of that potato. Just kidding. Oh my goodness, that is good. It's hot, but ooh, that's got some nice flavor. You're gonna start with 1 dozen eggs poured into a large mixing bowl. And we're gonna add 2 cups of 1/2 and 1/2, which is this whole thing. About a teaspoon worth of mustard powder, some pepper, some kosher salt, and once you have all that in there, you're going to give it a good whisk, get everything nice and mixed together. Nice and whisked together. Now that that's in there, we cut up 6 pieces of sliced bread into little 1-inch pieces. You're going to want to get that mixed in with your custard base here. And also you're going to want to add in about a cup's worth of mozzarella. Maybe a little less. There we go. Get that nice and mixed together. Okay, once you got those nice and mixed in there, we're gonna take some breakfast sausage, use a slotted spoon, and just mix the sausage in with the mixture here. Get that nice and mixed in there. All right, we got that nice and folded in there. So what we're gonna do, we got our 13 by 9 baking dish. We're just gonna pour this guy in there. Awesome. Get it nice and smooth over the top there. Try to get it nice and even. Gravity will do most of the work for you. And then take the rest of your cheese and just get a nice thin layer of cheese over the top here. All right, once we have that, we've got the oven preheated to 350. We're gonna put it in there for about 50 minutes, and we'll come back, and this baby should be just about ready to go. All right, let's check it out. That looks perfect. Oh my goodness. It's like a perfect golden brown.
Yum.
Wow. All right, I gotta tear into this thing. Let's see, I think I gotta go for...
Hot?
Yeah. Perfect. Mmm. Oh, good. Really good. Just tried stuff today. Because I thought it might be a fun spring thing to try. So you start with some brie. Just layer it over like 1/2 of the tortilla. Did I say that right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you say it?
Tortilla.
That's.
I'm just kidding. Right. Tortilla.
And just get them like that. Covering about half of it. To make your life easier, you could get some brie slices. This is brie cheese. Did I mention that?
I can't remember.
This is brie cheese, y'all. If you want to do what I'm doing, we'll see how this turns out. See if you want to do it, but you'll want to get brie cheese.
It's the fancy cheese.
Maybe not get it quite all the way at the edge, so when it melts, it doesn't, do that. Put the brie over there. Okay, then we're going to take some sliced peaches. Sadly, the store, I got these at Trader Joe's, they didn't have any fresh peaches, so I had to just get like the jarred ones. Yeah. I'm sure it'll still taste good, but I really wanted some fresh peaches to do this with. So if you are able to get fresh peaches, please do that and let me know how it is. Put that on there. Okay. Is it gonna be enough cheese is what I'm wondering. I think it will once it melts. Okay, once you have that on there, we're gonna take some honey and just drizzle it. I personally have never had a peach cheese quesadilla, but I actually think it might be pretty good. Okay, we're gonna fold this. Give it a good fold in half. Okay, before we transfer it though, we gotta butter this guy up that I've been warming up. So let's just get it nice and lathered up in butter here. Kind of use your own discretion how buttery you want your quesadilla to be. Pardon my reach. And then just throw this baby down. Let it cook for a minute. Good press. I personally like using butter, not oil, because I want that buttery taste in it. Oil, obviously, great option for frying as well, but for this one, I want some butter. All right, I'll give it a good flip. Whoop-ah! The perfect golden brown right there. Oops, that peach is trying to escape. That one did. All right, that'll be a nice buttery peach. All right, y'all. Let's get this thing back over the plate over here. Let's see how she's looking inside. Ooh. Do you like it with like the halves or the quarters?
I like I like pizza slices.
Ooh, cheese is poking out. Look at that cheese popping out. If y'all got if you got kiddos, they may love this. As long as you don't tell them it's fancy cheese.
There may be some fancy kids out
Or
there.
maybe you got some fancy kids that might like some brie. This might be too hot. Let's see. Oh no, it's good. Oh, look at that. Look at that melty goodness. All right, let's see. Moment of truth. I've never eaten this in my life. Oops. Here we go.
I mean, you seem to like it.
The more I eat it, the more I like it.